All right, all right, all right. Welcome to the platform Sports Game Vision with the pop up live. Actually, I know this is saying Friday Night Live, but it's not Friday night anymore. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. Sports Game Vision pop up live. I'm going to do these from time to time. If you've seen the first graphic here, that's because I did a live yesterday. I'm locking in on Fridays at 6 p.m. I can start a little earlier. I'll be a little behind, but I'm locking in on that day and that time right there so that everyone knows I'm going to be on the platform. I'm trying. I might want to go a little earlier because the games start that day, and I want to, get people while they're getting off work or whatever. But right now, just lock in, hit the notification bell. There's going to be something dropping every Friday. I'm going to do it live as much as possible. Might have to do some pre-records here and there, but for the most part, we're going to be live. And hopefully, once you guys come on into the building, you'll be able to interact with me. We could do some chats, some live sessions, and interact about this NBA and sports talk. But of course, we got pop-up live. Got a few things we want to talk about. I talked about a few things yesterday, and I want to cover a couple more things now that happened over the wonderful world of the NBA and the NBA in-season tournament. We're going to hit this button here, take a quick 30 seconds, and then start the show. What's going on, world? Sports Game Vision Live. We're popping up with a pop-up live, talking about the in-season tournament, NBA talk, sports talk. Well, today I don't have any really regular sports talk that I'm talking about. I did yesterday, but today just NBA talk going on about that in-season tournament we watched last night. We got some more NBA today. It's not the in-season tournament, but we're going to cover some topics here. We've got the first thing here is, let me just pull up my first graph. We're looking at the standings for the West group. The Lakers are on top right here. I didn't pull up the East group, but the West group is on top. The Lakers, are on top, and we got the Denver Nuggets and the Utah Jazz, the New Orleans Pelicans. Sacramento is still undefeated right now, and Minnesota as well. And it's going to be a shoot to the finish. My favorite player is playing on the Lakers. I did not pull up the other graph. I wish I would have did that. I'm sorry about that, guys. But we do know what the West is. So what we're going to do now is pull up what's going on tonight. And tonight we've got a game about to start with the Knicks and the Hornets. That should be pretty good. We've got the Timberwolves versus the Pelicans. That should be pretty good. And we've got the Heat, who are on a 7-game win streak, facing the Bulls, who are really slumping right now. I don't know how that's going to turn out. Honestly, I do believe the way the Heat are playing, they should get that. If we go back up again with Minnesota and New Orleans, that's a up in the air. Minnesota has been playing very well this year. They should turn it out, but again, yesterday I said that New Orleans might win the game, even though I chose Denver, and they did. They pulled it out. And the top one, the Knicks should get that game. We know that they got Miles Bridges back over there in Charlotte, but I don't know if that's enough yet. You got to get the rhythm back, continuity back, but the Knicks should pull that out. Then we've got Dallas versus, that's probably game of the night. As you can see, that's NBA TV versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Two very talented teams. Dallas is they've got a good record right now. So does Milwaukee. I believe they're 8-4 now. Dallas, I believe they're like 9-3 or 8-4, one of the two. But that should be a very good game. Then you've got the Memphis Grizzlies. Oh boy, they got so much going on right now. A lot of injuries and people that are out. Of course, we know due to outside issues, but they're going to face the lonely San Antonio Spurs, who they've been playing pretty well for a young group, but I don't know. This one is a toss up. I believe San Antonio should be able to pull it out because they've got their roster where Memphis really does not have their full roster. And then the last one is Oklahoma versus the Golden State Warriors. And we know that Golden State been having their issues. I'm going to side with OKC on this. Didn't really look to see if they have any major players missing, but I believe that they have most of their roster is going to be there. They got a young roster, and we know that Steph is out, Draymond's going to be out, and the rest of that crew has not been showing up with the offense lately. So I'm going to stick with OKC to pull that one out. And we're going to start with our next topic. Last night, if you were able to tune in, if you watched a replay of my show for Friday Night Live, Sports Game Vision, I'm Hank, by the way. You can see it in the description right there on the bottom corner. I went a little hard on James Harden, and rightfully so. I believe rightfully so, and I believe the world has, the NBA community has. But last night, he did his thing. Let's look at it. I was on Twitter or X, and I saw this graph from a gentleman I believe is a James Harden fan, and whoever runs the page on the platform. They're saying you're declining. They're saying you're not the system. They're saying the Clippers are not good. They're saying the Clippers are frauds. How do you respond today? And he responded. And here's the other graph. He hit a 4-point play to help the team get their first win since he's been there, 1-6. We know that his guy went to the bench to try to change the continuity and the flow of the game. And Russell right here, we're pulling up this graph here. Russell Westbrook took a huge pay cut the offseason, requested to come off the bench after the struggles of the trade for Harden to help the first unit establish some continuity. And people feel like he's a true leader. And yeah, it takes a lot of guts. But at the same token, he's the last man, the first man to go down, because I know he's a Hall of Famer. He's top 75. He's the all-time triple-double leader, is a workhorse, work machine, but he's getting paid like $2 million. All those other guys are getting paid 35, 40, 50, however, $60 million. Of course he's going to go on the bench. He suggested it, but if it was forced, he would have been the first one to go. But I still give him his props because of who he is. You know, that's a tough thing to do. We see he had his issues with the Lakers, with the Lakers, and now he's righting all those wrongs, I guess, with the Clippers to try to win. I believe he does want to win a championship and get that stain off of him. Definitely get that stain off of him and help this team, you know, with those four gentlemen. Two of them, I believe, are in the top 75. Paul George is probably going to be a Hall of Famer, and so is Kawhi. And if he's healthy, he'd probably be an MVP. But those four gentlemen have to make the playoffs. They cannot, you know, go out on their sword. Well, they got to go out on their sword fighting, but they can't play so bad that they don't even have a chance to make the playoffs. They definitely have to make it. And, you know, last night, James Harden showed up. All of them showed up, actually. As we pull up this next graph, the Clippers break losing streak, and you see the numbers there. All of them were pretty efficient, and they were able to beat and win the game last night against his former team, the Houston Rockets. His former team, it was kind of quiet in the building a little bit. James was able to show out and do the things that he used to do when he was a Rocket. He wanted to come back this summer, and they denied him from coming back. So I know it must have felt really good to get that win against them, and also to shut people like me up, I guess, and other people that are saying that He's past his prime and he should be doing other things. But some of the things, you know, you could take constructive criticism. I got to take constructive criticism. We all do. He he admitted he wasn't in shape. All this drama that he did with the organization in Philly, he deserves some backlash for it. But I'm not gonna jump the gun. I'm not gonna jump the gun at all. They've got to show improve. There's still a lot of season left to do their thing and to get in the playoffs. Just one win is not gonna right the boat. It just puts things in the right direction, but it doesn't put them in the playoffs. It doesn't put them in the prime position to get that top six or even get into the play-in, which is paramount for teams that want to keep a winning culture in their organization. And for the Clippers, we know they're not the Lakers. So they need that winning culture, and other organizations need that as well. And I believe Adam Silver built this for probably the young players like Zion at the time, Ja Morant, and of course people like LeBron or any of the KD. If they weren't able to get their teams in the top positions, at least they could try to get in on the lower end. I believe he did it for that because you can't have the big names out of the playoffs. You need them to push ratings. And of course, you want to build your young stars as well. But shout out to James. Shout out to James. Shout out to James Harden. Shout out to the Clippers. They did what they were supposed to do last night. He got a win, and we will see what's going to happen going forward. But you deserve some credit for at least that night. You got to win for the play-in tournament, and you got to win your first win since you were traded. So we are going to definitely move on to the next topic here. Sports Game Vision. Again, if you're popping in, please support the channel. Follow your boy. Please follow your boy. Please follow your guy. Follow him. Follow your man. Follow all that. Follow Hank. Follow the platform. Subscribe. Like. It helps the channel grow. Helps everybody, that you follow. Also support their platforms. All my contact information here. If you want to support the channel, and I'm all these other social medias that I'm around right now, please support the channel. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for showing up, my brethren. If you want to pop in, I'll send you the link, and we could talk about some things too. If you're available, let me know in the chat. Taking a pause here. Pause for the cause. Right. Yes, sir. Salute to get your bars up, media. My boy BA. The Clippers will be good. We gonna see. We gonna see. We are going to see. Let me see here. All right, I posted it in the comment section here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get the show back on the road here. Where are we at? Pop up live. Yes, sir. We are navigating around here. But while we are sitting here in the background, let's pull up some news that I found. First things first. There we go. Yes. The Memphis Grizzlies are going to be without Marcus Smart for 3 to 5 weeks with a left foot sprain. I mean, the Grizzlies are going through it right now. They got so many people out right now. We're talking about, we know what's going on with Ja. He's out for a while. They got Derrick Rose listed as day to day. He may not even play tonight. You got Xavier Tillman out. You got who's out for the whole season? Steven Adams. And there's a couple other players that are out. They are struggling right now to put up wins, put players on the floor. That's why I totally like depth on a team. This is a reason why, because you never know when you have legitimate injuries like this team is going through. It's very tough to put a team on the floor. I'm sure they're going to have to get some two-way contracts, sign some other players, get some league exceptions to keep the team afloat. But it's putting a damper on their season. They're a team that definitely should be in that upper 6 teams to make the playoffs. But with all this drama going on and their players missing, they're probably going to miss the playoffs this year unless, Ja comes back and just goes crazy and is able to put something together for the team. I don't see them making the playoffs this year or the play-in. I think they're going to be at the bottom this year unless some things turn around. On the next news feed that I have, I've got the investigation that was put together. This was crazy. When I read this, we know about the insurance fraud or the health insurance fraud or the dental fraud that was going on. Glen Big Baby Davis, and my guy Will Bynum, who played for my Pistons, are implicated in that investigation, and they face up to 20 years in prison. That's a lot of time to fake out on some deals when they made millions of dollars, but we don't know what these gentlemen's financial status are. They brought the hood to the league, basically. We know everybody in the hood does fraud. And if you're saying you don't, how many of y'all did them PP loans? I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all did them PP loans. So, just because they got status and got money doesn't mean they don't have financial problems. And let's be real, some of them just want extra money. So they did what they did. And when it costs to be the boss, and you got to pay the piper if you get caught. So this is what's going on for them right now. I don't like it, but it is what it is. And we're going to bring our guy in right here. I see him in the building. Our guy, BA. Here we go. Let me pull this down. What is going on? Salute to you.
Salute, Hank. I see you up here talking about these scammers.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. I got Big Baby.
It's crazy because a lot of these dudes already it's I guess I can't fathom a millionaire. If I've ever been a millionaire, and I guess if I lose a lot of money and I need to keep up that look, I guess, but scamming and you've made millions of dollars, to me, that's kind of low-key an oxymoron to me. What you got millions of dollars. You're in the top 2% of the country. But hey.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. They it was rumored that Big Baby was having financial issues a while ago. He do that boxing match too? One of them celebrity boxing matches, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe if he didn't do it, then he was supposed to do one. But yeah, right. he was slated to do one. But then he's in one of the biggest series on Stars. Have you heard of you heard of Power?
Yeah.
show Power. So
Yeah.
he's actually so Tommy, the big character that's on that show, has his own show called Force. Big
Okay.
Baby is one of the reoccurring villains on the show.
Whoa.
Yeah, and he has and his character is supposed to have an even bigger role next season. So I don't that's you open a scam. I don't know, man.
But this was going on before probably that role. So this they said 2016 to 2021. I believe the guy named he's already in prison. The guy that played
Terrence. You talking about Terrence Williams?
Terrence Williams, right? He's already in prison.
Yeah, you know he's from up here. He's from Washington. He's from Seattle. He's from Seattle.
Okay, he got the hood scales.
That's but his era, right? His era, because I want to say he about what I think he about 5-6 years younger than me, right?
Okay.
His era, in that whole era, it was called bank licks. They used to do it all the time where they're scamming banks and all of that stuff and insurance and all that. Like that was big up here at one time. And he made millions. I guess, he had an attitude problem. He was doing crazy things, kept getting kicked out of the league and stuff. But I guess that he thought he could bounce back from that. I don't know. It's crazy to me.
It's messed up when you hit the jackpot once you get into the league, especially now. The bench players are making what? At least 10 million a year. If you get in something like that, 5-10 million, you hit a lick. So doing this extra stuff, we know we from the neighborhood. We know how our folks get down. They always gonna find a come up. Always want to, hey, you gonna hook me up? You gonna do this for me? And they always trying to find a way to get that little extra, but it's a cost if you get caught. And for guys like this, like it's like you shaking your head, like, man, you had it made. You had it made,
bro. I will say this is I don't know what type of programs that the NBA has. I know the NFL has just came up with a program for NFL players once they get drafted, how to invest, etc. How to like what you should be doing with your money and all of that. I know when Terrence the Big Baby had first got into the league 15, 16 years ago or whatnot, they didn't have stuff like that. So I don't know. Scamming.
I forgot which podcast I was listening to. They say they got that. I believe it's JJ Redick.
Oh.
They say they got that in there now.
Oh, wow. So like right now, I believe that they should have it by now, but back then, because they came into the league, I want to say the mid 2000s, mid or late 2000s. I don't know if they had that implemented, but it's a lot of players who are uneducated. Not to switch the topic, but a lot of they're not educated in how to spend their money. And imagine you're 19, 20 years old. You've been struggling 18, 19 years of your life, and then one day your life changes and you get a signing bonus of $10 million. And then every 2 weeks, just like a normal job, instead of getting that 4,000 a week or whatnot, you seeing 800,000, 500,000, 400,000 every 2 weeks. That's
still life-changing money for anybody.
That's what I'm saying. That's ridiculous, bro.
Man, I hate to see it, guys. If young fellas, even older fellas, be careful. Like I say, for us, was the PP loans. That's the normal people. I look.
I wish I would have got in on that. I wish I would have got it. I didn't. I wasn't educated on it at the time because I was doing some totally different or whatnot, which actually helped me to the point I'm at now. But I wish I would have got in on that because I would flip that thing. I was grown. I was older by then when it came out. I was grown, but I would have flipped.
People were
that
taking advantage of that thing. I mean, it's one thing to do it and do it legitimately. People was, doing what they did, falsifying documents.
I just want to say this one thing, man. To everybody that's watching this and will be watching this later. If you do get a loan of that magnitude of $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, if you know you're not gonna pay it back, at least get a house. At least get you a house or something. Right. Somewhere you can lay your head down that you got paid off at least.
Don't be flashy. That's just like anything.
Yeah.
That's how all the drug dealers got caught in all the movies. Put on the fur coat and sit in the front row.
Frank Lucas. Who is that guy? I've never seen him before. Where did he get this money from?
We know how much those tickets cost, and that chinchilla is expensive, and his wife bad.
Hey,
you don't deserve that fine wife.
the head of the police department, like, damn, I don't even make that much money.
Yep.
Exactly.
Man, he's probably looking at the chick too, like, I'm hating on him. He don't deserve her.
Exactly. Hating his heart. And then it's a brother too? It's a brother too? Oh, nah.
Yeah. Don't be flossy with it, but don't do it. But if you're gonna do it, be humble.
Sure you have a plan. Yeah. What are you going to do with it before you get it? Know what you're going to do with it, or know what you want to do with it, opposed to just getting it and just going to go buy purses, cars, shoes, and things of that nature, going on vacations.
Hey, and low key, if you take that money and flip it, the government ain't going to tap your hand too much. They just want their tax money back.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I wish I could have went and got that 800,000 real quick.
Yep.
Boy, I'll probably be a millionaire right now. Low key, I'll be a millionaire. I get mad. Listen, every time I hear about the PPP loan, I'll be like, man, I just wish I would have knew about. I didn't know nothing about that, man. I didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah, it was around. Everybody was talking about it. I was like, man, I'm gonna stay clear. I don't want no parts of that. Them coming back on me.
Exactly.
Oh man. But shout out to them. Hopefully, what I read in the article is they're gonna not give them that much time like that. But they already got the main culprit, but they're gonna get their hands tapped for sure. Will Bynum and Glen Davis. What's his name? Darius Miles.
Yeah,
a few other people was on there.
It was, if I'm not mistaken, it was what was it? 20-something NBA players, ex-NBA players.
Right.
Yeah. They go, yeah. It was a Ponzi scheme that went wrong, and I believe somebody ran a mouth, and everybody got indicted.
That in what I also saw was Terrence he was being lazy on the paperwork. He started getting lazy, so they just started noticing like the mistakes, and then they investigate, and that's a wrap.
Yeah, he got some years, didn't he? He got a couple years, actually.
I think he got the 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh. Imagine that. When he got drafted and went to the league, imagine that. He didn't think that 10 to 15 years from now, I'm gonna be in prison.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. Nasty work. I see you in the comment section. You was talking about them Clippers, so we're gonna bring them back up. That boy, let's put that shot back up. James Harden.
I watched the game. I definitely watched the game.
Oh yeah, he. I saw that play at the end. I was flipping back and forth like 4 different games. I watched it on the league pass, and I stayed there. Okay, let's stay here. And he hit that 4-point play. I'm like, all right. I'm gonna put this graph here too. They all had a good game last night. So what do you think was the keys to them winning?
I think that with Russell Wilson, I keep saying Russell Wilson.
I do that too.
With Russ actually coming off of the bench, I think is big for them, because now instead of them running and gunning, they're an older team, so they don't need to be super sporadic. But Russ came off of that bench and did exactly what he was supposed to do. He ran, he played defense. Late mid fourth quarter, he sat down. We didn't see him again. Cool. Thank you for what you did, Russ. James Harden, you run this offense and you get Zubac engaged. And that's the biggest piece to me. It's not so much of James Harden because he's going to do what he do. But if you keep Zubac engaged and get him those easy buckets where Zubac is getting you 14 and 10 a game, the Clippers should be all right. They should be all right because Paul George going to do what he do. Kawhi Leonard's going to do what he do. And I want to bring up one quick issue. Ty Lue needs to learn. I know it's early, but if somebody's cooking, let them cook.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes either Kawhi is cooking or Paul George is cooking, and he'll send them right to the bench. No, let them cook. Let them cook.
You think he's doing that minutes restriction stuff?
Of course. Yeah, he's definitely doing that. And you could say it's helping. It's going to help them because all of them, we've never seen them start a season with all of these games and Kawhi and Paul George on the floor at the same. Kind of look weird.
Right.
Kind of look weird, right?
Yeah. I'm waiting for the wheels to fall off. We already talked about that with Sevens. Like, man, I'm waiting for this wheel to fall off.
Waiting for the avalanche.
The ambulance coming. What is it? Kawhi gonna be back home somewhere?
Yeah, chilling, making his 30-something million, but they trying to get that next contract. They trying to get one more good contract. That's what they trying to get one more. All three of them actually, because Russ, he said he good already. He made more money than majority of them already in his career, except for Harden. Harden, I think, made the most.
But he still want more money. I mean, if I can get an extra 120, 200, I'll take it too.
So it's I like what I see, and I think they have something to build off of when it came to this particular game. When you got Russ when you got all four of them in the same lineup, they have to go small. They had a chance I don't know if you've seen the Nuggets game, but the Nuggets game that was the game before this one. That was a few nights ago. They actually had the Nuggets. They could have beat the Nuggets, but Russ down the stretch trying to get him the ball. He's not good down the stretch. He's not. He's too sporadic. He doesn't know if he got to shoot the ball or whatever. He's trying out passes. He's too sporadic. And they built off of that loss, and I think that's what actually propelled them versus Houston. Because Houston, like I told you in 7 before the season, I like this. They've always had a squad. They've had a squad with these young dudes. Now they got discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And they got veterans too.
Veterans in there, definitely that leadership. That's what what's his name, John Wall, was talking about. Basically, even though they hated on him, he was saying that basically they didn't have enough leadership and veterans in their locker room to put them to that next level.
Definitely,
saying these guys don't take it, huh?
Yeah. The Clippers are gonna be good. I'm not saying they're gonna take anything, but I didn't say all of that. But I expect them to be a top 4 seed by the end of the season. I expect them to go on a few win streaks of 8 to 10 games. They should have a few of those this year, I believe. And thank you, Russ, and thank you, James Harden, for he's actually taking back seats during possessions, and I love that. I've never seen him do that before. He didn't even do that with Embiid. He would just look Embiid off, but now he's actually looking to be a playmaker, similar to what he's looking like he kind of did when he was with Brooklyn, when he was an MVP candidate. I can score whenever I want to. I can do whatever, but no, let me get everybody engaged, especially Zubac. Zubac is a huge key, and if he's not happy, they're not going to win.
I just seen a rumor, and I didn't get to pull it in the graph, but they're talking about trying to trade Zubac for another center. They're going to trade Bones Highland, and they're trying Bones Highland and Zubac for another center, which I think is crazy. I think you should keep him.
Zubac is. I was mad with the Lakers when the Lakers traded him. I was like, that was so stupid because he played well his rookie year with the Lakers, right?
Man, he can help them now.
Exactly.
Put Anthony Davis back at the 4.
Exactly. But they better not trade Zubac. Highland, you can get away as long as you got Terrence Mann, you can trade Bones Highland and try to add another piece.
I think they're trying to put them as a package to get another center, but they're also trying to get Theus from Indiana. I don't know if it went through the waiver wire or not yet. He got released.
You talking about the dude that used to play for Boston?
Daniel Theus? Yep.
The big white dude that played for Boston?
Yep.
Oh yeah, he played last night.
He's on there? I didn't see him.
Yeah, he played last night. Hey,
they good.
Bro, I was like, where Thias came from? But Thias, I was like, where he come from? And he did well. He got dunked on like 3 or 4 times, but they just needed him to give Zubac some rest. They needed to rest. They needed to keep size on the floor because they can't go small.
Yeah, that's a good pickup. A good pickup. I didn't know they had happened that quick. I know the waiver wire.
Yeah, he played last night. He played last night. I was like, that ain't Plumlee. You know, I was like, that's not Plumlee. Plumlee got a sprained MCL. But no, that was Thias. Thias played last night. I was like,
yeah,
oh, great
that
pickup.
was another thing I wanted to bring up with us too. Like Plumlee gone, like that's a big loss.
Yeah,
but Thias will help out.
But you know what? What's cuffed my Timbs? If you would have watched him the first 3 games of the season, the first 4 games of the season, I think they went 3-1. If you would have watched him the first 4 games of the season, bro, the continuity, the everybody sharing the ball, where there's no confusion, bench play was on point, bro. I was like, yo, they're gonna be a top 2 seed, and they're gonna be a top 2, a top 3 seed in the Western Conference. But then when they made that trade though, and they brought in James Harden, I was like, bro, do y'all know y'all had the team? Y'all already had the team.
Yeah. It's insurance. Like I think we all talked on the pod before. Yeah. Insurance. We don't know what's gonna happen with Kawhi. Paul George is more reliable, but he gets hurt a lot too. And for the most part, man, James, I know he does his fat suit thing and all that, but for the most part, he is there. And the only real injury he really had was the one he had in Brooklyn, which I told before. I think that did hurt him a little bit. I felt it took a little bit of his quickness away, agility away. Yeah. But it looks like he's starting to recover a little bit.
Bro, if James Harden, because remember, Kyrie was on a hiatus because of his situations with COVID and with the CV. That's what I'm going to say up there because I know how YouTube is. With CV going through all of that other stuff, right? Remember, James Harden was on his way to literally, he was number 1 in MVP votes, going all the way to the All-Star game, a month past All-Star game, just about like a few weeks after the All-Star game. And once he hurt his hamstring the very first time, because remember, he hurt it again and he was out the rest of the season. They can't try to come back in the playoffs. Remember, he was the MVP candidate, bro, over his partners, over Kevin Durant, all of them. He was averaging 26 and 12.
Yeah, I remember that. They had the classic Nets blue that I like. He was balling on those.
They was number 1 in the East as well.
Yeah.
But
did you hear what's his name talk about it? Oh, my man, he got a podcast. He's hilarious. Jeff Teague.
I didn't hear him talk about it, but I just caught on to his podcast a couple weeks ago, and I like his podcast. He's hilarious.
Yeah, man. He said, I thought he's like, we was about to lose to them. He said it all right because I forgot he was on the Bucks.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, you're right. Because what the PJ Tucker was on the podcast with him, I believe.
Yeah. Yep. So it's crazy that he got him a chip, and without that injury, both of them having an injury, the Nets probably at least they were getting to the finals. I'm not gonna say they would have won, but they at least get to the finals. I say
the same thing with Jimmy Butler and Joel Embiid. If Kawhi Leonard doesn't hit that miraculous spinoff and all of that stuff in the game 7 and all of that, they possibly go into overtime and win that game, and then they go up and they face Golden State, and Golden State, they players get hurt and all of that because KD was already hurt. They probably win a championship too.
That was a deep roster for Philly too. Yes. And I like Tobias Harris, but I probably would have chose Jimmy over him if we had to choose.
Hands down.
But as you can see right now, Tobias is a good piece for him. Keeps the team solid. They're doing really well in Philly. They're missing another scorer, but they're very solid over there.
I'm not going front. I think that they are complete to me. I feel like they need a stretch. They need one stretch four, and somebody like a Porzingis, but of course, obviously not Porzingis.
Right.
You can't really find people like that. But they just need a stretch four. They get them a stretch four.
Bo. Go get Bo off Phoenix.
Bro, I was just watching his. I was watching his highlights, and I see them mixing. I see Bo mixing guys, coast to coast, ducking, step back three. I'm like, yeah, he was doing this before Wemby.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with it. I put that on the pod the other day, last week. Yeah, I agree with that. It's not like you haven't seen it before. You've seen it before.
Bo, nice though, but if he ever got like the shot, not the stuff that in Orlando the coach didn't like him and all that other stuff, he gonna average 20. He gonna average 20 in his sleep. But
I don't know. Phoenix is not. I always see a whole bunch of DNPs.
Bro, it's something. They using the term lazy. Pointed, I don't know. I don't watch him practice. I've never seen him practice or anything like that. But I really think that it's marketing. You feel me? It's the look. It's the look. It's the way he carries himself. He doesn't really walk around super confidently. It's like he's walking on his toes. I mean, he's walking on his toes, tiptoes, and everything. Like it's a certain look and it's a certain type of energy, and he doesn't seem to be very marketable. Soft spoken, doesn't like to be around people, all of that. So I know that that's a big thing. If you give him the chance to become a star, I believe that he can be. But marketing purposes, you don't want nobody like that being the face of your league because you need energy. You need energy. And he doesn't show that.
You have the organization behind you, though. They can find ways to make it work.
Yeah.
And his dad, remember his dad was hitting them threes back in the day with that funny shot from the top of his head. You remember that?
They played Phoenix. He had 6 of them in the game.
Yeah.
From deep, though. From deep. Like from 30. From 30, like from the side of the head. Yeah.
Yeah, but I used to love Manute Bowl, man. That was my guy.
Yeah. But marketing, bro. Marketing is the difference. And Wembanyama, he is super light. He got that cool, like, yeah, I'm cool. I know my English now. Yeah, I'm light skinned, got the little goatee. Yeah, the ladies gonna like me. The kids gonna like me because I'm young. All that. He got that going for him. Old boy does not, unfortunately. Even though
they need to give him the shot to have multiple stars in the league would be very beneficial, especially with you don't know who's going to get hurt. So you have a backup star. So Chet, Wemby, Bobo, who else is pretty tall? I can't think of who else.
Man, that's pretty much it. If that go like that, it's
that age group, that age bracket,
that age group, that is pretty much it. You got those three, and one of them don't play.
Yep. Oh, Paolo's pretty tall.
Yeah, he's 6'10". He's 6'10".
Yeah, Paolo.
Yeah, he's Paolo. I like Paolo. He got a lot to work on, though. I just wish that he would. I wish that he would go. Paolo is the type of player, he needs a great coach.
And he's from your area, right?
Yeah, he's from here. He plays exactly the same way he played in high school. I don't see any other difference except he's bulked up and got he's got bigger. That's about it. As far as skill, he's playing exactly like he did when he was in high school, bro. When he was at Pro-Am tournaments, still doing his thing at the age of 16, 17, 18. Watched him from a youngster, even seeing him in person when he was younger. But he needs to implement something else, and it's going to take a coach or a special other type of talent that was a superstar to bring it out of him. I still think he's just playing off of.
Who is that coach down there?
A guy that I never heard of. I only watched I watch the games, but I don't watch them like that. I'll watch a quarter. Like I'll watch a quarter or something, but that's about it. They're not. They got a squad too.
They got a squad.
They got a squad.
When we talking about teams that I like them possibly making the playoffs this year.
They coaching though, bro. I don't know what the heck that coach be thinking, bro. I don't know what he be thinking. He don't know how to play. What's his name? Jalen Suggs. He don't know how to play him and how to play Cole Anthony. He don't know how to play them. And then they got the young dude that just came back from injury. That's super athletic. He can play. He could be in that tall class too. What you say? What's the name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan. I don't know. Super dark skin. Okay. I forgot his name.
Jonathan Isaacs.
I think that is Isaac. I think that's what it is. Isaac. He just got back from injury. He hurt his knee last year and missed majority of last season. He just now coming back. He's playing out of his mind right now, defensively and offensively. And then you got the Wagners, the Wagner brothers. Both of them can hoop, but you got to know how to. With all of that talent, you got to know how to sit people down, bring them back in. But he got so many different pieces. He don't know what the hell he's working with, and it's showing. It's showing.
Yeah. Well, shout out. So far, they if the playoffs were today, they'd be in. They won their game against Chicago the other day, and I think they are playing tonight. Let me pull that graph up. If I'm not mistaken,
I expect them.
No, they're not tonight.
Who
you got right here?
Oh, let's go. Go. Man, I got bro. I like the Hornets too. I seen them play. I was liking what I was seeing, but I got the Knicks. The Knicks. Timberwolves. Oh yeah, no, go talk your ish. My bad. I'm just running through this shit.
No, go ahead. I'm agreeing with you. I took the Knicks too.
The Timberwolves and the Pelicans. I'm going Timberwolves. I think the Pelicans have they look a little different without CJ in that lineup, and I hope that he gets that. He had a collapsed lung.
Yeah.
So I hope prayers up for him. I hope he gets back because Brandon BI is back, and BI and the other two all three of them put together is a nice group. Nice, great talent. Jeez. And Minnesota been playing out their mind too, by the way.
Yes.
And, the Bulls and the
7-game win streak for the Heat.
I got the Heat, man. Jimmy Butler. This is one of the moments where he's like, "Yeah, I want to play hard." I don't know. Hey, the last 5 games, Jimmy Butler been on one. I'm like, damn. The first 4 or 5 games, Jimmy Butler was bullshitting, bro. Now he want to play. So these are one of them the windows because I know he want to win that tournament too. I know he want to win that NBA in season tournament. I think that's why he hooping like that. But yeah, Bulls have been struggling. I want to say free Zach LaVine, by the way, too. Free Zach LaVine. He don't need to be there no more.
All right, we're gonna talk about that in a sec.
He don't need to be there. Yeah, he actually bringing them down to me. The Bucks, and the Mavs. I got the Bucks. They are starting to put it together. The last game that I see, they play better when Giannis defers. When Giannis defers, they play amazing basketball. They actually won by 30 the other day when Giannis deferred to Dame. They play great actually when Giannis does that. When Giannis tries to be that guy and they've been losing when he do that. No disrespect to Giannis. That's why he scored 50 and they lost. Damn. I got San Antonio.
That's the sad game of the day. You gotta have.
No, I'm looking at this. I'm like, I don't want to watch none one of these teams. The Grizz, man, Ja Morant, he messed up their whole season. He messed up their whole shit, bro. He messed them up so bad, bro.
Yep, and the organization blamed it on Dylan Brooks too, which was not right.
Yeah, and then Marcus Smart is out too, and then they got all these damn injuries, bro. Steven Adams ain't played in 2 years. This is crazy. And Jaren Jackson is overrated offensively. He's overrated. So Yeah, I got Wemby and them boys. I got Vassell and Wemby over them. OKC and Golden State. OKC, Golden State. Like I told you in 7 at the beginning, I don't believe in them due to the fact that they don't have enough scoring, and it sounds crazy, but they need one more scorer that's going to get them 20 to 25 a game to take pressure off everybody. And I don't even think Steph is playing tonight, is he?
I don't believe he is. I don't believe.
Yeah, and Draymond suspended too. Clay needs to be traded. I hate saying that.
He not even getting that $100 million.
Nah, yeah,
it's
time
a wrap.
It's time for him to go, bro. I hate to say it. As much as I would have
maybe that Chris Paul trade was to supplement. Well, he's a 1-year contract too. Maybe they're gonna move on from Clay midseason and keep Chris. I don't know.
Clay is gonna have to. He's not going nowhere. I don't think they're gonna trade him, and I believe that next year he's gonna take less money. I really think he's gonna take. Yeah, I think Clay's gonna take less money. If he doesn't, LeBron, you got you another shooter next year. If LeBron decides to come back, because he's going to
the only team that I can see him going to is the Lakers.
That's it. He's going straight to LA, bro. He's going straight to LA.
For the Clippers.
Hey,
they're still home.
Hey, that's perfect for him. The Clippers is perfect for Clay time. All you got to do is run around screens and spot up.
Yep.
What? And he don't got to guard the team's best player either.
Or he could be the villain and go to Sacramento.
Bro, he'd fit in right with them too. He don't got to do nothing but shoot. That's all he got to do is shoot. And that's all he want. He got to do too much right now.
That's Golden State Light. They call them Golden State Light.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Go to Golden State Light.
Ooh, yo, bro, I am going to talk so much ish. He can go to LA to any one of the LA teams, but if he go to Sacramento, bro, oh my God, Mike Brown there too, and he liked Mike Brown though.
Yep. There's no Draymond was rumored to go there if they didn't give him the contract, either that or the Lakers. So
yeah, damn.
Yeah, I'm looking now. Game time decision for Steph Curry, so he's probably gonna play unless he's just really hurt.
Yeah,
against OKC too. Yeah.
I don't know why they trying. Why Shea? I don't know why they doing Shea like that, right? He the best player. He the best player on this squad. But yet they're not talking about him specifically. They're talking about Chet. They're trying to push so hard for Chet. Chet is nice, but he ain't Shea though.
No, Shea.
So I don't understand why they doing that, man. Shea needs to be pumped up. Let's create him into a superstar because he's a superstar for real, but they don't get superstar love.
Well, it looks like the media is trying to. They putting him in that MVP conversation, preseason MVP conversation, top 10 players. So
he's top 10. He was first team. It was first team last year.
So I don't know, but they got a good squad.
They got a great team. They got a great team. Yeah, I
would be shocked if they didn't make the playoffs this year. It would probably have to be injuries for them not to make it. But even then, they got so much depth.
With them though, it's like they should be better than they were last year, especially with the addition of Chet. But it comes down to coaching though. I feel like it's like we can talk about the players, but a coach's job is to put the best players and put the weakest players in a position to succeed. Right. You can't just roll out a ball and just have a couple of sets and say motion offense. No, that's not a successful coach. And the coach that they have right now is a good coach, but I just feel like he needs to be able to and I'm saying this with a lot of coaches, and I think that's probably what's wrong with the NBA with a lot of these coaches. They just getting up there and they just we got the X and O's, but we're not putting everybody in the right positions for the organizations to be successful.
Do you think I was listening to which podcast was that? They were talking about that. A lot of teams aren't running a lot of plays anymore. They just like it's open gym, basically.
Oh,
Do
that
you
was
think
Gil's.
purpose?
Gil's Arenas. Huh? Gil's Arenas. They were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Brandon Jennings and what's my guy that played with LeBron, the short point guard,
Norris Cole.
Norris Cole.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, that's exactly the way it's looking. This is the first time in a while where I sat back and I paid attention, because I don't pay attention to the beginning of the season like that. I start really watching basketball, NBA basketball, in January on is when I really start paying attention to it. But this is the first time in a long time where I've been watching all the teams, like all the teams play. And these players are just like, okay, it's like a running gun. It's like a running gun. And if I'm not on, okay, it's your turn, opposed to actually plays being run and all of that. It's only a very few teams that actually are running sets consistently throughout the game.
Yes, I think it's a new league, so to speak, especially with this run and shoot. Hopefully, Gilbert Arenas talk about that now. Talk about these coaches are too old for these young players, so maybe that's something to do with it.
That's a piece of it, but I think that more so, we've been having this problem for the past probably decade. The reason why the Rockets are so successful right now, even though it's early, is because they got the talent, they got the coach now, of course, but they got veterans. They got veterans. They brought in the point guard Van Fleet, right? Steady. Was an all-star actually last year. Van Fleet slows everything down. If you watched the game yesterday, was slowing everything down, setting everybody up, getting Seguin, the big dude that's pretty good, getting them into the game, telling them, yo, no, don't post up over there. Post up over there. Jeff Green didn't really play a whole lot yesterday, but he's on that bench telling everybody, yo, this is what it is. It is that veteran leadership on each team that I believe is missing as well, that they used to have.
They talked about that on the pod too, that they need that, and these teams are shying away from it. I'm thinking it's probably maybe attitude, maybe contracts, bringing certain lifestyles they want to take away. They don't want the younger generation to have. So politics as well. You know how that goes, politics.
Oh, yeah, definitely politics, 100%. 100%. Salute to Bo, because that's politics right there.
Yeah, Bo. Well, let's talk about his team last night, because that's the other game winner that I don't know if you watched that as well.
Yeah, KD looking good right now. He looks great. He looks great right now, man. But I'm scared of KD though. I don't
know if you like those. I liked Utah's floor, man. That junk was nice to me for the in-season tournament.
Oh yeah. The whole look. I like the jerseys. I like the jerseys and all of that. Like I like the look and all of that. It's different. It's real different, and it's new. It seems new age. But
I'm bringing this up too because you see the shot. As soon as he hit it, he did a stare down like he did a LeBron. I thought about you. You didn't see it?
I seen it. Yeah, I seen it. He dropped his hands down. He just looked.
That's that 2 years in a row LeBron shot. Like, memories.
That's a fact. But
he still got it.
I'm scared for him though, because I still feel. Shout out to Devin Booker, because I think he had like 15 or 16 assists too that game. D Book did his thing.
Right.
I still feel like they are overusing KD though. KD, I feel like he's having still to do too much, because we've seen this year in and year out for like the past decade, unless he's on Golden State where he doesn't have to do anything but score, unless he's there. But he's doing so much for the team to win. Yeah, he's doing so much for the team to win.
Numbers for you. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, look at that, bro. Look at those numbers, bro. And another thing is when KD starts getting into that 6-7 assist ordeal, that means that he's handling the ball too much to me. That means he has to be too much of a playmaker. We just want you to score. You can look and get people open because you're going to draw people, but we need you to score in key moments. Because if you are in May, you're not going to be doing the same thing that you're doing now. And hopefully you're playing. Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute, Hank.
What about his partner here? I'm so sick of seeing him out.
Oh my gosh, bro.
They need him right now, and he already out with his bacchiotomy.
Bro. I don't even know what to say. Bro, everybody, Phoenix, bro, with him in the lineup, you got you another playmaker that can shoot because he makes plays for other people and he can shoot the ball. They're going to be the best team in the West if he comes back healthy. If. That's a big if, though. Like capitalized, quotations, all of that. But the Washington Wizards, they're not doing very well either.
Your boy Jordan Poole, man, he a mess.
I do fantasy, and he was one of the picks. I had a chance, right, to pick. It was Jordan Poole, and what's my point guard from New York that's going crazy like always. Brunson.
You're talking about the head point guard. Are you talking about
Brunson?
Yeah.
I was like, I had a chance because I don't know if you've ever done the fantasy in the basketball or whatnot where you pick your players and stuff. I do that every year, and
wow.
So as the clock comes up, I'm like, I see who the next people are. I see Brunson and I see Poole. I'm like, hell no, I'm going Jordan Poole, bro. He has been averaging, the average player, Brunson is averaging like 38 points, like total, not like scoring, but just like rebounds, everything. Averaging like almost close to 40 as an efficient player. Jordan Poole is averaging 23 right now. He's averaging 23 total points. He turns the ball over. Yesterday, he only had 8 points. The game before that, he only had 12. Like, bro. And then he's not listening to his coach.
Right.
He's having issues on the bench right now. He's cursing out players, arguing with players. Kyle Kuzma is not a leader. So Kyle Kuzma is like, okay, do what you want to do.
I got my money. That's what what's his name said this summer. Spencer Dinwiddie. You just wanted the money. And then they said Ruby Rose was in town. That's why Jordan didn't play well. Man,
that hurt me, bro.
We had him on our revenge tour. I don't think so. This is his perfect time to show that he's with everything that Bob Myers was putting the future on, and he's not showing it.
I wish that the Golden State Warriors would have got rid of Draymond Green. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry, y'all. I wish he would have stayed with Golden State and Golden State would have got rid of Draymond. I totally wish that would have happened. Golden State would be winning. They would still be winning a crap load of games, especially with Chris Paul into the fold to come help out as well on that bench. He would have took a lot of pressure off Jordan Poole in that system because he's showing now that he's not an individual great player. He's a great system player.
He is a system player. He's creative though. When he is in his bag, he's creative, but he need that system,
bro. He creatively turned that hoe over, bro. He creatively turns the ball over too much, bro.
Yeah.
He got one out of 4 plays. He's going to do something spectacular with clips. He's going to spin around somebody, do something. But the other 3 plays that they not showing.
Yeah, that fantasy, especially when you do fantasy. I had, when I played, Jamahl Crawford was hurting me one year. And I love Jamahl Crawford. I'm like, man, you get to see what they doing every game.
Bro.
Paying attention to even more detail.
Yeah. That's the thing about it is That's another reason why I've been paying attention from the beginning of the year too. Is this year we put money in the pot, and then we watching how the players do on our fantasy teams, and I'm watching all of these players that I passed up for Jordan Poole, and I'm like,
yeah, I would have chose Brunson on that one. Even though I thought he was going to have a revenge tour, I still would have chose Brunson because Brunson is more efficient and he's more consistent just on an average.
And check this out. Didn't nobody know about Cam Thomas, and I picked up Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas was killing, averaging like 48, 49 overall points a game. Then he sprained his ankle.
Yeah. He's out for. I reported on that too. He's gonna be out for a few weeks.
Yeah. He got about one more week to go because it's been a week already. He got one more week to go. But when
he come back,
yeah, he gonna be.
Did he make it up for Jordan?
Yeah. That's what I'm waiting on specifically because I need him to. I need the points from him that I'm not getting. Essentially, that Jordan is not giving me like he's supposed to be giving me.
Oh boy. Well, at least we go switch gears. We talked about him just a few seconds ago. I'm gonna bring it up now. Your boy Zach LaVine.
Damn, Zach. So the Chicago Bulls and Zach LaVine are both open for exploring potential trades. This is something they should have did last year.
Yep.
They should have did this last year.
Here's the potential three that are in the lead right now.
The team that I want to see him go play for is I want to see him go down to Miami. I would love to see him in Miami.
Heat culture.
Heat culture. You're going to see Zach LaVine actually play defense for real. If he goes to Miami, if he goes to Lakers, I don't know how he's going. He can fit in with the Lakers, but it depends on who they let go because him and D'Lo on the floor is going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare.
But here's who I think has the best package though.
Yeah, the Philly does have the best package. They do. He can go to Philly. Philly, I'm thinking about it right now. If he goes to Philly and decides to accepts the third option role, because he's gonna have to be third option. Tyrone Maxey he's came way too far to give up his second option role to him. No disrespect to Zach LaVine, but if he can go to Philly and become a third option, they'll be all right. But I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna do that.
It would be a lot less pressure because he's been injured a lot.
Should be a lot less pressure.
DeMar has been holding things down a lot while he's been hurt. And of course, we know if Lonzo was there, I think this would have changed the whole situation.
Bro,
having that floor leader there.
Lonzo is the one that screwed up their whole stuff.
Yeah.
Like just from being hurt.
Yep.
When they played, they were a top 3 team in the East with Lonzo there, locking up people, 94 feet. All of a sudden, he get to Chicago, he hitting threes. His whole jump shot looked different. Everything. Hey, bro.
The end of that Pelicans run, he started hitting it. He got better.
Bro, man, I was happy for Chicago, bro. I became a Chicago Bulls fan again. Then he got hurt and everything went to crap. And then DeMar DeRozan had to do like he did when he was in Toronto. He had to keep everything together by scoring in the fourth quarter.
Or San Antonio.
Yeah, I forgot he did go to San Antonio.
And he said Pop was the one that got him confident bringing the ball up. Yeah. He just gave him the ball and let him bring it up, playing that almost like that point forward role, whatever, point guard role. So he said he got a lot of experience doing that. And that's why he went off when he got to Chicago.
Man. But once again, what happens to these players is crazy. This is why we need new stars in the NBA. These players getting old, man. In basketball years, DeMar DeRozan getting old in basketball years, bro. He in his mid-30s now.
But his teammate is younger.
Yeah, but they still look to him to be the playmaker. Did you see that pass where he did a 360 and he?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Crazy. He shouldn't be doing that, right? He shouldn't be after. It shouldn't be that tough to be making a pass, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Working that hard to make a pass. Yo, incredible play, but it should be much more simple for him.
His teammate right here, they got the graph saying that this is the for the Lakers package.
Oh man, I'm gonna say this. I would not trade Gabe Vincent, bro. I think Gabe Vincent has something, bro. I just don't think he's been able to really show it yet with due to him getting injured and hurt so soon in the season. I like Gabe Vincent. Everybody on that list give up. Even that 2028 first. Give it up. Give it up.
Well, I'm gonna show you this next one because everybody been complaining about him. I told you, or we talked about it. I don't think they should give him up because you can't really get anybody for him, but he looks good in this jersey, man. I ain't gonna even lie.
Oh, that's his home too. That's home.
Yep. He gets to go back home. So, what would you think about trading Levine in a package? Of course, they're gonna have to give up more to get Anthony Davis. They probably trade Rui. I'm sorry, not Rui. DeMar, Levine, and Caruso probably to get him.
Damn, man. Nah, man. They give it to he. Nah, man. It's too much. Last game, he had 16 points, 14 rebounds.
He's the NBA block leader, too.
Yeah. Anthony Davis, we need him defensively, but we need him offensively, too. And that's the issue.
He looked right in that Bulls jersey, though.
He looked perfect. That's perfect, bro. Yep. That is perfect. You got to give up too much, bro. You got to give up too much for him, bro. If they can get away with just giving up one player like Levine, they can give up Levine and then some draft picks and a couple other role players, maybe a Caruso as well. They'll be all right. The Bulls will still be a playoff team with Anthony Davis, big boy down there doing work though.
Big Vujicic. So that's probably what the Lakers will have to get. Vujicic.
Bro, if they get him, if they get Vujovic, no disrespect to Anthony Davis. Vujovic though, somebody that's gonna play hard every game, and he averaging 20 and 10 in his sleep. Easy.
So maybe Vujicic, Levine, Caruso for Anthony Davis, and a pick.
Ooh. If I was the Lakers, I would get that shit up quick. Here, take it. If I was the Lakers,
that's a nice package,
bro. They can sleep on Vujovic. I know his defense ain't all that great, but he still is a great outside defender, and he's still a big man presence. And he don't got to be out there trying to shoot threes and all of that shit. He can do that. He can do that too. Yeah, but he trying to do dirt. He's trying to do dirty work in the paint. And like I said, he's a great offensive rebounder as well as a defensive rebounder, and he hit his free throws.
You still got Jackson Hayes and Christian Wood for the time being to play backup.
I'm disappointed in both of them.
I don't know.
I'm disappointed in both of them, bro.
They haven't been playing up to par.
Yeah, and it's an APB out for Rudy Hachimura. It's an APB out for him. And then what's my guy? AR. I don't know what's going on with AR. He has his moments, but it has not been consistently throughout the game, opposed to 1 or 2 quarters.
It's the right thing to put him to the bench.
He can be a 6 man of the year candidate coming off of the bench. I think that's what they should do with him.
Give him less minutes right now. Try to get him back right.
This is one thing. It's an unpopular opinion. Once again, LeBron James really slows down the dynamic of the team by the way he plays
Right.
because he needs the ball in so many different spots. And they actually play well without him too, by the way. They play very well without him. But he's LeBron James. He sells jerseys. He's the GOAT, or if not the GOAT, one of the GOATs, all of that. But he takes away from the abilities of a lot of people that could be dribbling that ball and the sets and plays and stuff that they could be running. He takes away from all of that just by how ball dominant he still is, even in his 21st season.
Yeah. Dwayne Wade mentioned that in the Shannon Sharp podcast, and it was true. Last year when he was out, they went on a roll, and I think I mentioned that in our chats that was the time Anthony Davis was back for that nice stretch.
Oh yeah,
a good 20-something games or so, and they had a great record. They went on a great winning streak.
But that's what happens when you Austin Reeves and Rudy and all of them had just gotten on the team, and it was the dynamic of the dynamic was, this is our team. We can do what we want. We don't have the pressure of a looming great superstar that's going to come in that we're going to have to defer to. Right. And that's an issue. Anthony Davis has been having that issue too, but he's so talented that a lot of times he can fight through that and he can coexist. A lot of these younger players, they don't know nothing about coexisting with other superstars. So they're forced and merged into a situation where they tend watching opposed to actually playing with.
Right. The thing about Anthony Davis is that he can't stay on the floor long enough to take it over, because he really should be taking it over.
We know I'm tired of even talking about Anthony Davis or even getting mad at him. I don't get mad at him no more because he is who he is. Yep. He showed us who he is, bro. This is him. He's a great player. Top 15, top 10, top 15 player, and it could be a top 5 player. But for us to continue for the next 3 or 4 years, he's 30 years old now. For us to be like, well, he could be. I've been saying this for like 6 years.
Yeah, it's sad because he could be an MVP, sort of like I feel about Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi being MVP, I believe Anthony Davis could be it as well. At the best right now, if I'm him, I'll be shooting for that Defensive Player of the Year. While you got Bron playing with you, rather, might as well shoot for it. He's averaging the most blocks in the league. His defensive rating is really, really good, so he has a great shot to get it this year.
Bro, when he got that 3-year extension, 180, he don't care about nothing right now. He just let me show up to work. I got a ring already. I don't care if it's bubble. I've got a ring already. Y'all already speak very highly of me. I just need to play out this contract. And that's exactly how he's playing.
That's messed up. Got to be competitive, man. I want to win. I want the money now. I want the money.
Anthony Davis, like his heart don't pump blood, it pump Kool-Aid, bro. And I hate to say it like that, but that is what it is. He never had a motor. He never had a motor. You feel me? Never was ever really in great shape. Even when he was with New Orleans, still got hurt, still played. But he was so gifted and talented that all of that overshadowed. But now when you are on a Lakers team, which is a premier team, the best franchise winning wise ever in the history of basketball, the spotlight is different. It's different. Now those things that people weren't calling out when you were younger that you were getting away with just off of your talent and your skill, you're not going to be able to get away with that on the Lakers. You're going to it's a magnifying glass on you. And he's shown already. It took him to win a championship in the bubble where there really weren't, it really wasn't no pressure like that.
Right.
No disrespect to the bubble championship, but it wasn't no pressure, wasn't no hecklers, none of that. People was already going through the CV thing where everybody was tripping out. So it wasn't none of that. And that was where he flourished. That's where he actually flourished. Once he got back to the regular, he back to his old habits.
Yeah. They talked about that too. We got to bring that up on the pod. How I still feel like the bubble championship is legit. Everybody had the same deck of cards to play with. I know they didn't have the travel and all that, but if you listen to those players, man, they was tripping because they couldn't go out to the booty club and all that stuff. So, like, I'm serious. Listen to the Gilbert Arenas. Listen to some of them guys. They were tripping.
I heard him. I heard.
Yeah.
I listen. I listen to that. Like, bro, I work remotely, so while I'm doing whatever, that's when Monday through Thursday, I'm listening to that every week. I'm listening to that. I heard him talking about that too.
Like, yeah, they had the was it the hotel next door or something?
He said, what did McCann say? The work.
Yeah, the work.
Yeah, the work. Yeah. We get the work. Yeah.
Work. They sneaking in through the service elevator and all that. Like, oh my goodness.
Exactly.
Guys are tripping out because they couldn't function for a few months without it. No discipline.
Yeah, and it was the best time. You heard what they said about you heard the Clippers. Who was that? Lou Williams said it too. He said that was probably the best time for us to win a championship, but we didn't want to be there for real. But everybody wanted that. Everybody needed that check because they weren't playing the NBA players unless you went to the bubble.
So you might as well have went on ahead and just won the championship.
But what else was exposed in that conversation was them saying that how people chastise the Lakers. Yeah, a lot of those teams, especially with the Clippers, he was saying that people are going to look at it like it's the bubble championship. Who cares about this anyway?
Right.
Well, we know it's NBA. Like, as much as I talk ish about LeBron and all of that, you feel me? Of course, I got mad respect for him. But as much as I antagonize him and I antagonize the Lakers, 15, 20 years from now, ain't nobody gonna care about no bubble. It's gonna be a championship.
Yeah, championship.
When you're up for Hall of Fame, if Anthony Davis never wins another championship ever, they're gonna be like NBA champion Anthony Davis.
You don't have to be in that conversation like Carmelo right now talking about you're not valuing my career, which I think, you should value people's careers, but that championship puts that extra on your career. And especially in this day and age where people value it the most. There's criteria. I feel like it's criteria to be one of the greats of all time. I know Seven don't like him much. I feel like Charles Barkley is one of the greatest to do it. Yeah. In his prime, he got to the finals.
He a top 5 power forward of all time.
Yeah.
Top 5 of all time. But people are going to talk about him. Why? Because he didn't want no chip.
Right. But he got there. He got there.
He got there, but
in his prime.
Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan. The Chicago Bulls are the Chicago Bulls.
And I feel like they had a better team that year too. So that's another thing that I felt like.
Oh, yeah.
Talent-wise.
With KJ, Marley, all of them dudes, bro. Cliff Robinson. Cedric Sabalas. All of them dudes, bro. Yeah.
Wasn't Nate McMillan on that team? No.
Nah.
What's his name?
He wasn't on that team.
Mark.
Bryant. Yeah. They had a squad. Bro.
But Chambers went on that team, was he?
93. I think he was on that team too, bro. Hold up, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think Tom Chambers was on that team too. Hold up, man.
Marley Barkley.
Yeah.
Thunder Dan, what's his name? And KJ, who don't get talked about enough, and you know why he got some off the court stuff. That's the reason why they don't bring him up. But he was a great point guard.
So, hold up. So it says on 93. Who was on the team? Nah, they're not showing them on. No, they're not showing them on here.
Right. Okay.
C12. Cedric Sabala. They had Oliver Miller. They had Danny Ainge.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tripping. Tom Chambers was on that team too. Yeah. So yeah, they had a squad. They had a squad.
They had my man on there, not Cedric Sabalos. I forgot his name. Richard Dumas. People forgot about Richard Dumas.
Oh yeah. Richard Dumas. He used to punch. He was a sneaky
nice.
Super. He used to punch on boys though. Richard Dumas used to he'll sneak up on you and punch from the guard position. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, the Bulls had a squad though too. They had a squad too. You know,
they had a squad, but if you could go position to position, player to player, I think Phoenix was a little deeper that year. It's just that Bulls knew how to win.
Yeah, they had Phoenix. Remember, Phoenix had home court advantage.
Yep.
The Bulls had to win. I was about to say John Stockton, but what's my guy? John Paxson had to hit that three for them to clinch it. And Jordan, I don't know if you remember, he averaged 41 points a game.
Yeah,
that whole series. He had to go crazy for them.
And I was watching that series. I didn't notice that he was averaging 40 points for a whole series. It was just Jordan, you know what I mean? But like 40 points a whole series?
6 games. You win 6 games. That's crazy, bro. He scored 50. He had like 55 one game. He had like 52 another game, bro. He was going crazy, bro.
Yep. Charles, he admitted that they weren't ready those first couple games. He always feels had he had them mentally ready, they could have probably results could have been different.
Man, it's easy to say, but
yeah,
Michael Jordan was prime. Michael Jordan was 91 to 93 was prime. That was athleticism mixed with a jump shot that mid-range jumper.
Mental toughness.
All of that. You feel me?
I always call them the last team of the 80s. That's what I call the Bulls. The last team of the 80s.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact because that's they played. They were in the, you got all the way to Jordan retired. They were playing 80s basketball.
Yeah. Then he went through all those teams. He went through Boston. He went through Milwaukee. He went through Detroit. He went through Atlanta. He went through the Lakers and
Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland.
He went through all of them teams. The East used to be crazy, bro. East used to be ridiculous.
Yeah. And he flipped. And the Western had it for a while now.
Oh, yeah. Now the West, they're going to have it for the next however long, too, because I don't know what's up with these East franchises. As Boston and Philly right now, then it's everybody else.
Yep. I like the Knicks. The Knicks. If they get they going for Embiid, but I think their backup is Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, they can use him. It's to me, Julius Randle and RJ Barrett. They need to get something better than them two. I feel like them two are the ones that are. I hate to say it. They help the team win. They do.
Yeah.
But I feel like they need to upgrade them two. They upgrade them two. They're going to be special.
Well, I still feel Donovan gonna sneak through the back door this summer and come home. Hey, that's where he wanted to go.
Get rid of Donovan. I mean, get rid of RJ. Put Donovan there. And
then maybe you trade package Randall to get Cat or Embiid.
They not trading Embiid. He ain't leaving Philly unless he leaves. They not trading him. They not trading Embiid. Embiid gonna have to be like, I'm not gonna request my contract. Yeah, he either gonna have to request or he gonna have to leave free agents.
How many years he got?
2 years left.
2? Okay, so yeah. Well, they're playing well now, so that's a bonus for Philly. Yeah. Then they got pieces to add to. They got two expiring contracts. They're not letting Maxey go, but Harris is expiring.
Oh, I forgot to say too. Shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks, man. They putting it together. They started to put it together now.
You the one that got the bet?
Yeah, I got the bet. 58 wins. 58 wins. It's supposed to be 55, but they suckered me into saying 58. Suckered me into 58.
And that's what I'm saying. 58 is a lot.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like 55. This is the first time they played together. 55, but they putting it together, bro.
Yeah.
The Bucks, the Sixers, and the Celtics. Those are the three teams, and then you got Miami, which I never could count them out because
you can't count them out.
Because when Jimmy hear that music, that's when he decided to play. The beat of his own drum. He marches to the beat of his own drum. So when he decides to play, for some reason his teammates play better and everything. They don't even need Tyler Hero. They should have been got rid of him.
Yeah, well, he was playing. Well, he got hurt right now, right?
He always hurt. Hurt.
But he was balling. He was the one doing the revenge season compared to Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole washed. But Tyler did step up. I salute him on that one. He did step up during this season until he got hurt. But
yeah.
But if they can upgrade, they definitely will. Man. Maybe they can go after Donovan too. Maybe that's a play.
Miami need two players. They need a point guard that's dynamic, and they need a wing that's dynamic. I think they need those two. I would say big man, but
what would you say about trading? Because I know if this don't work out, and they probably can get him, they're gonna have to give up something. But what about trading for Zion in Miami?
Too risky for Miami. I say that because Zion's gonna go out there. He's gonna play well. If he's healthy, it's gonna be great. But I just don't trust. I don't trust him going in March and April. Where is he going to be? How's his health going to be in March and April?
It might be a perfect place because Pat going to be on him.
Yeah, Pat going to be on him, but remember, he already paid, though.
Yes, true.
That's what I'm saying. He got paid. He getting paid almost $40 million a year for the next 5 years or 4 years. So he's like, okay, we don't know about his we don't know how he handles adversity. We really don't know. They've been holding his hand, and he might get down there. Pat gonna go crazy, and he just shuts down. Yeah. I don't know. So that's risky. It would be great if he's healthy. Great if he's healthy, but if he's not.
But there's a whole bunch of OnlyFans models down there, so I don't know if that's a good spot for Zion either, boy. You know it's gonna be too much for him down there in South Beach.
Hey, Udoka doing this thing though. He keeping everything down. He keeping everything on the low. Houston, they winning. I'm sure he fucking with them hoes. I'm sure he got no OnlyFans. It's controlled now. He got
Houston is the spot. So yeah. He ain't got Nia no more. Shout out to Nia. Goodness gracious.
Oh yeah.
That's a hard one to but I understand he gets a lot of the pick of the litter. So but she looking amazing. That interview she had with Jeezy, I'm like, goodness.
Bro. I grew up, I'm sure just like yourself, grew up watching Nia through all that. The short hair, skinny, beautiful to this thick, mature, beautiful ass woman. Yeah, Nia still can get the business.
Yep. Jeezy was licking his chops. Especially when she said she like drug dealers.
You talking about, you sure you want to talk about Jenny right now? Let's talk about us. Let's talk about us. Facts.
I'm not Jeezy no more. I'm Jay.
Exactly. That's what he is. I'm Jay Jenkins now. I'm back to Jay Jenkins. I'm not Jeezy no more.
Oh man. Well, I got one last thing before we head on out of here for the night. Got this graph here. The MVP rating. Checking it out. What you think? This was done by Basketball Forever.
I can rock with this list. The Joker definitely is the best player because it's equivalent to wins. Luka should be number 2 right now, and B should definitely be number 3. Well, I would say Jason Tatum and Joel Embiid could be interchangeable at 3. Shea, yeah. Top 5, Shea, yes, sir. Anthony Edwards, number 6. I don't know about that. He top 10, though. He top 10. Tyrese Maxey, huh? Tyrese Halliburton, he's doing his thing, too. He's doing his thing as well. Bam Adebayo. I don't see the...
That last 2 got me through a loop. I'm like, I don't know about that last 2.
Because what you call it, I this is just me. I think De'Aaron Fox should be top 10. I think De'Aaron Fox should be on that list. And I think he should Anthony Edwards should be like number 10. I think he should be around like number 10 or so. But Sabonis should not be. He should not be on there above De'Aaron Fox. Should not be, to me. Bam Adebayo should not be on this list. Maybe top 15.
I was shocked. The last 2 I was shocked on. Everyone else I could see. Halliburton. Shout out to Tyrese Halliburton, man. Holding it down. He killing it out there in Indy.
They're looking like, I don't know. Have you watched them play this year? Because I watched them a few games.
Yeah.
They're reminding me of Sacramento last year. Don't play a lick of defense. But they scoring that thing though. Yeah. They outscoring boys.
They was scoring last year too. Remember they had that nice run and they faltered in the end.
Yeah,
but they started out well again. So,
what's his name playing better though? What's his name is playing like an all-star so far? The big boy. Yeah, Miles Turner. Miles Turner is actually looking like a top 5 big right now.
And then they picked up my man Toppin.
I watched him a few games ago. He did well. He had like 20. He coming off the bench too. Toppin is playing well, but it's another week. I think it's another Cam Thomas in the league for them. And he goes by the name of what's my guy name? It just slipped my name. He second year. But he got the training wheels on. They will not let him go crazy. They won't let him go crazy. He a big guard, big 2 guard. Play 2 and a 3.
Let me see if I can think of one now. Pull a name up.
Yeah. Second year in the league, bro. He actually had a really good rookie season too.
I think we know it ain't Buddy Hield. He old.
Nah, it's a Canadian. He's Canadian. Hold on. Yeah. Rookie. Matherson. What's
Mathurin? Benedict Mathurin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Benedict Mathurin, bro. If he was on a squad where he could really play, he gonna average 25. He gonna average 25. That's how good he is.
He on the squad where they should give him some free reign. They ain't made the playoffs yet.
So I think he's averaging 17, 18 points or something this year, which is good for a person that he's sharing. I forgot he's sharing time with Buddy Hield and somebody else. So,
well, they were trying to shop. They were shopping Hield. So maybe once they get rid of Hield, they can give him more of the green light.
Man, you watch this kid play. Watch this kid play. If you haven't really watched him play, this kid got game. He got game, bro. He can score that thing. Bro, from anywhere. And he athletic. Like he can be a star. He reminds me, it's reminding me of Cam Thomas low key, except he getting a little bit more minutes than Cam got. But he is. Wait till them training wheels come off. Like Cam Thomas, they finally took him off.
Once they trade Hill, that's when it's gonna happen.
Yeah, bro. They need to do something with him. I'm trying to look and see what his numbers are this year. Because he's actually playing very well. And he's been helping them. Like, he's been helping them a lot this year too. It's like one of those things where, like, without him, he averages 17. He averages 17.
Matron?
Yeah, Matron. Yeah, he averages 17. So yeah, he not even getting the full. He not getting that 35 minutes a game, 34 minutes. He ain't even getting that.
Yep, and he's not a negative on the floor. I'm looking at that.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. And he can play defense too. Bro. He could be a star.
He can be right size, 6'5". That's that Jimmy Butler size, right?
Yeah.
Right size.
Yeah, I think Jimmy's 6'7", 6'8". But he's like big though. He's like Jimmy is a big. People don't talk about how big of a guard Jimmy is. Jimmy is not like a little skinny dude. He's actually a big guard. And that's how old boy is as well. Athletic, shoot the ball, all of that. He still needs to work on his shooting, of course, because it's only his second year, but he can play, bro. Take the training wheels off that boy and let him go play.
Well, I wonder who's gonna get someone's gonna get Hill. I think Hill wanted to leave too, so that's when they're gonna do it.
See, Hill is to me, I put him in that Klay Thompson category. He just need to go to a team where he could just shoot. Spot up and shoot. Don't play make, don't nothing.
Don't have to use them.
You said who?
The Knicks could use them.
Bro, the Knicks could use them.
Lakers, of course.
Lakers should have. I don't know why the Lakers didn't try to get him last year, like I thought they were going to try to do. But Lakers could use him. Like anybody in these shooters, all he got to do is run the floor and just spot up. Ooh, Philly, perfect.
Yeah, Boston don't need no more help. I'm not putting them on Boston. They good.
Boston, I think Boston is. They need them one legitimate. If they get one more big man, it's gonna be trouble for the whole NBA.
Yep.
They get one more big man, it's trouble. It's over with. It's over with, bro.
Can't think of none of the young fellas, but you know who would have fit in pretty well there, but he get in trouble.
Who?
Dwight. Dwight could have fit in so many places,
bro. Dwight. Golden State needed Dwight Howard. Golden State needs Dwight Howard.
The Lakers could have used them.
Oh yeah, Jackson Hayes and the other kid. Yeah, they could have chucked the deuces. Dwight could have came off that to him.
The Knicks talked to him too. Memphis talked to him. He had quite a list of teams that was going after him.
That boy was tripping, bro. Them teams, he tripping, bro. He tripping.
I hope it ain't true. I don't care about but taking, being clean for YouTube, but taking advantage of people.
Yeah.
That part. That part, that's wild. Like, you actually taking it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yo. I can't play because, I have a rectum disorder. I can't play.
He had that for real, didn't I think when did that happen one year?
Is when he was in Washington. He couldn't sit down or anything, and they was talking about it. Yeah, exactly.
Pound cake, like pound cake. Woo.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Oh man. Do what you do, Dwight. Just don't mess up your team. Don't mess up your team. Don't be taking stuff without permission.
Bro, I know, like, knowing basketball, we all know that Dwight Howard is a top 75 player of all time.
Oh, yeah.
We know that. One of the greatest. He's actually one of the greatest centers to ever play the game.
Right.
And he will not get no love, even with that championship that he helped, because he helped the Lakers tremendously.
Absolutely.
Say that. But even with that championship, they still trying to write him out of the history books, bro. They trying to write him up out of there.
It's crazy. It's a nasty game. Business and trying to keep the image for the league. There's so many players that don't get the recognize. Like we just talked about Phoenix and KJ. They were come on. KJ was one of the best point guards
ever.
ever, and he never gets talked about because of.
Exactly, bro. But that's the name. It's politics, like you said earlier. It's politics, bro. You gotta be in the system. You gotta be down with the cause, whatever cause it is.
Yeah, keep yourself together. Our boy Mark Jackson, I just talked about him. That's another one. I don't know why they're blocking Mark.
Yeah,
they're blocking him.
It's I say the same thing about Kobe, right?
Yeah.
They groomed Kobe to come in, same way that they groomed LeBron. Do you know why they started grooming LeBron, right? You know why, right? They started grooming LeBron to be like the greatest thing ever because of while they were building Kobe up, he caught a rape case. A grape, should I say. When he caught that grape case, he was supposed to be the new face of the league. Mm-hmm. But they couldn't find anybody else. Tim Duncan, great player, but he don't got no personality like that. So who's going to be the new it? And LeBron, of course, yeah, we like his moxie. We like how humble he is. He seems like he's talented. Should have been in the league at the age of 16. Let's get him. And they forced that on LeBron, and LeBron handled it. Stand up. Yeah.
We seen so many growing up that never lived up to the next Jordan title. I salute Kobe because he even lived up to it. Kevin Garnett lived up to it. That's another small Sean Kemp, another guy from high school. Yeah. All those guys lived up to not necessarily just next Jordan, but the next man up. Kobe was the closest to the next Jordan title, and he just had that issue. And then LeBron obviously having to come behind both Jordan and Kobe. Yeah. And he lived up to it. That's another reason why I've liked him so much. He just lived up to all the hype.
Like I said, I give LeBron. I talk crazy. I talk crazy all the time about LeBron, but to keep it 100, like I think I told you, I played against him in high school too.
LeBron?
Yeah, I played against LeBron in high school too. He killed our AAU team. He came out here. Well, I was in because I grew up in Houston, and we had this. We used to have this big tournament once a year in Houston. It's called the Kingwood Classic. He played with this team called the Oakland Soldiers, which was a whole bunch of people from all over the country that were top players put together from Oakland. That's crazy. This is crazy. Wow. He would kill everybody, but I knew he was special. Then I remember we were at the hotel, and I'm sitting down, and he walks up in the room, and Kendrick Perkins was on this team too, but Kendrick Perkins was one of my guys because before Kendrick went to their team, Kendrick played on our AAU team called the Houston Hoops, right?
Okay, he's from Texas, so yeah.
Yeah. So Kendrick was like my dog too in high school. So I'm talking to him like, yeah. LeBron comes into like the lobby where we sitting down there, and it's a couple other players from other teams or whatnot. Come up there, and I guess him and Kendrick were like this. They were like super cool. He introduced me to LeBron. I'm like, you the nigga that we seen in the Slam magazine, because Slam magazine used to be everything.
Yeah.
Used to be everything, right? So I'm like, you the nigga that he was like, yeah. I was like, got the cornrows. I'm like, bro, you in high school, bro? I was like, he laughing at Ish, and he was like, yeah, man. He was like, yeah, man. Just got to get through this, man, because I'm about to get ready for the league. And I was like, damn, you going to the league next year, bro? I mean, you going to the league next year? He's like, nah. I'm gonna be a senior because he in the same grade. We both 2003. So when he told me that, I'm like, nigga, you good enough to go to the league right now, probably, bro. I remember seeing him, and they blew us out by like 20 something. And that nigga was doing these behind the back. He was throwing the ball off the glass, catching it with one hand, all of this other crazy shit that I was not privy of seeing ever from a high school player. So I talk shit about LeBron all the time, smack, but I'm not no fool. He's one of the greatest players that I've ever saw. I'm always going to be on record saying that.
I would have loved to see that gym run. You ever seen the clip of him at 16 on the floor with Jordan?
Yeah, I seen the picture. The picture of him and Jordan.
I would have loved to see that video.
I haven't seen the video, but I see the picture.
I know it's a video. You know it's a video.
Yeah, I know. They ain't going to play that, though. Especially if
play it.
Because I already did well. I already did pretty well.
They don't want to show that.
Yeah, shit. KG talks about it too. It's KG when KG was in high school, right?
Yeah.
Jordan and Scottie Pippen were they had a run and somewhere in downtown Chicago at some rec center, and they invited him because he was the top player in the country. And he had just moved from South Carolina and had a great year in Chicago and went crazy that year. And they were like, yeah, you might be able to go out of high school. That's what Scottie Pippen told him. And it's on, you got to look it up on YouTube. Kevin Garnett talks about the scrimmage with Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan because he was in high school and he did it similar to what LeBron did, but I know his video of that too. I know his video of that. They ain't gonna show us that.
No, they ain't gonna show up. I remember him talking about Randy Moss. You know, Randy Moss was a baller too. He said he was at the camp, basketball camp, some type of camp where all the elite guys were, and Kevin Garnett was there. They went 1-on-1, and he said he beat him so bad that's what made him play football, stick with football.
Oh man, what was that? It was an old it was a Gatorade or Nike commercial where they showed white chocolate, Jason Williams throw a lob off the glass.
Yeah.
Not to Randy Moss. Randy caught that. I was like, Randy, but he was the freak though. He was gifted, like athletically was.
And to be honest with you, when I think about it, like it doesn't mean he couldn't have played in the league. It's just Garnett was better.
Yeah, that's it.
He chose. Yeah, because think about it. He jumped in the NFL. He jumped out the gym. He ran faster than everybody. That'll translate on the basketball court as long as you got the skills to go with it.
Bro, it was a dude. Well, you know this guy, Darren Williams. Remember Darren Williams?
Yeah.
We used to always have these Texas camps. Darren Williams had a guy on his team that was better than him, was ranked higher than him, went by the name of Bracy Wright. Darren Williams was good. He was good, right? But Bracy Wright could shoot that thing. Bracy Wright was just incredible. Did nobody expect Darren Williams? I didn't see him get dogged out, literally, by some of the top players at that time in the country, in the state of Texas, giving them work. And Darren had the best career out of everybody in that.
Yeah. Yep.
So you can only imagine, because I don't know if you remember, it used to be Darren Williams and Chris Paul, top 2 point guards.
Yeah, I remember that.
And for like 2 or 3 years straight, Darren Williams was the number 1 point guard considered in all of the NBA. And I remember just watching him like back in those days. I'm like, bro, that's that same dude that was doing. I'm like, that's him. He's doing it now. Like,
he grow too? Did he grow?
You say what?
Did he grow?
Nah. He was about if he
Same
did, he was about you can say he probably grew about maybe 2 inches, maybe an inch or 2 inches, because he was about 6'1". And from my understanding, I don't know how to, because I haven't seen him since then. Even when he was playing, I didn't see him or talk to him or nothing like that. But they said he was about 6'3", 6'4". And I don't, and they be lying on the NBA heights. So I don't know if he did grow or not. But if he did, he probably grew a couple inches. Because this was like 2001. This is like 2001, 2002, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I was reading an article about that. The league made the players take a real height test 2019. LeBron James is actually 6'8.5". Anthony Davis is 6'9". Dwight Howard 6'9". Klay Thompson is actually 6'5". And there was somebody else that was KD is 6'9".
Yeah, why they be making these? They be talking about these players are 7'1", 7 foot. They be lying about their height. No,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't been around I didn't because I used to hoop and play for real. So I didn't been around a bunch of NBA players, and I'm looking at these NBA players like this nigga not that tall, bro. This nigga not that tall.
I guess it's for the aesthetics. I watch wrestling, and wrestling known for doing that,
Yeah,
lying about the height to make the guy bigger or whatever.
yeah,
So yeah, the NBA, I guess the NBA does that too, just for the aesthetics look of it.
yeah, bro. I met Charles Barkley in person when he came because I was in high school. I think I was in high school. I was in middle school when he played for the Rockets, and I went to Clyde Drexler camp, and I seen Charles Barkley. I was like, this nigga's only like this. He's like, the dude was like only like 2-3 inches taller than me. I'm like,
Charles,
yeah, Charles Barkley.
yeah,
That bro, the nigga's like 6'3", 6'4", bro.
that's good. They got him listed at that. They had him listed at 6'4".
But I'm just saying, like, he was so great.
Yeah, that's why I always say he was so great.
I thought he was like 6'7".
Nah. I never knew.
Maybe even 6'6", 6'6" to 6'8". That was like he played like that. So I'm looking at him versus Sean Kemp, 6'10". Karl Malone, 6'9". I'm looking at versus the other greats. He
was strong too. Remember, he threw Shaq to the ground. Remember in that little fight they had?
He scooped Shaq up. He scooped
Shaq up.
He scooped that strong. Getting back to what you said about height, bro. I looked at you. I'm like, bro, if he can make it to the NBA, I probably can make it too, bro. But nah.
Yeah, he got he could jump out the gym and he was fast for his size too.
Yeah. And he can
look at some of those pictures. He jumping higher than Jordan,
bro. And he can shoot too.
Yeah,
he can shoot the ball too.
Talking about these guys can't play in this area. I believe they can, man. I believe so.
Oh yeah. That's the only thing I disagree with Gilbert Arenas. I disagree with him when he's talking about this. Like I agree with him with this era is more athletic, but as far as the 90s and the 90s players and the 80s players being trash, because that's the term he kept using. Nah.
It's a different way of playing ball, bro. That's all.
Them boys you don't understand that the game was so the reason why it was so much slower is because boys was getting clotheslined, was getting suplexed, was getting elbowed every play. Like it was different, bro. Like if you put a KD in that era. I'm not saying KD is not gonna be great.
Still. Yeah.
But he might get hurt a lot sooner than you think he do. Because niggas gonna be undercutting them and all of that, and it ain't gonna be no flagrant foul. It's gonna be a foul.
Seth, and I love Steph's game.
Exact facts. You think I'm gonna let you go? You think I'm gonna let you freely go come off screens, bro?
Right, and ain't no switching. Man up.
Yeah, bro. You gonna catch this every possession though, and not just for me, because we're gonna have our big man. Kenyon Martin used to talk about this. He used to do this shit all the time because he got it from Karl Malone. Every time a screen come up, make sure you make them feel that screen with that elbow and that forearm. Make sure you get them right in the sternum every time and wear them down. Make them not even want to come off, go off of a screen, go through a screen, or anything like that. Like, bro, that
shows you how Steph's game. Reggie Miller shows you how great he is. Mitch Richmond come off. He's a Hall of Famer too. Coming off screens shows you how great they really were because they were going through all that,
bro. Exactly. And we can get like how they match up in zones, bro. You couldn't match up that was a legal defense back then.
Yeah, they brought that in with Shaq, right?
They brought it in. In 2000. I think it was 2001, 2002.
I think it was for Shaq. For Shaq.
It was for two players. It was for Shaq and it was for Tracy McGrady. I don't know if you remember Tracy McGrady used to get to the lane and pull up wherever he wanted to. Once they started zoning up, That this is that Orlando. This is that Orlando Tracy McGrady. Like when he first got there, and niggas didn't think he was going. He as soon as you get there, you average 35, 36.
Right. He wasn't even trying to do that. He's trying to give it to my guy G Hill. G Hill was supposed to be the man.
Yeah, G Hill and Tim.
The
Duncan.
whole big what if? What if?
G Hill and Tim Duncan. Imagine that. Imagine
with
that.
With McGrady.
That's what I'm saying. With McGrady. Thank you, Doc Rivers, the most overrated coach in NBA history. Salute to him.
Oh man.
But yeah, I know I gotta get up out of here and go do some things. But I appreciate the talk, bro. It's always dope, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. Subscribe. Yes. I'm gonna definitely share
coming up.
Yeah. She's nothing right now. I gotta figure out which day I got a battle. It's a battle that just dropped. It's actually a pretty dope battle of a local. And I'm thinking about doing a series, doing a live watch party on it because I know they're not gonna flag my channel. With this particular league won't flag my channel like the URL and all these other places. So I'm thinking about doing that this upcoming week, but stay tuned, man. We're gonna be there. You got your bars up, I know.
All right. Well, definitely have subscribe to Get Your Bars Up Media and BA, and look out for all his new projects. And again, I lock in on Friday. I don't know if you knew that I'm locking in on Fridays at 6:00 every week now.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, I had no idea. Okay. I'm gonna make sure I'll be somewhere, even if I don't have a chance to actually talk or whatnot. I'll be in that comment section, wanting to start an argument or being like you wrong or you right. You're gonna see me somewhere starting some type of commotion.
I got you. Yeah, but then I'm getting something like this where I'm popping up. I'm gonna pop up. So pop up live.
For sure, man. All right, Hank, salute, bro. Make sure y'all subscribe.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.